President David Granger told reporters on Public Interest Show that the country is really hemorrhaging because of what his government has inherited from the former PPC administration.
But we must bear in mind that there are some serious, very, very serious impediments. One of the biggest problems we have is Guysuco. The sugar corporation is costing us billions. We're hemorrhaging in terms of the unpaid court judgments which we've inherited from previous administration. So yes, we have done a lot with a little, but we could have done much more, had we been in a better place in May 2015.
He added that the present model of Guysuco has failed, and because of this, Cabinet has engaged the management of Guysuco's in discussion for change must take place.
We have committed ourselves to having discussions with the opposition, with the unions and other stakeholders, and with the public at large. Don't forget, this is an industry which has been established for over 350 years. This is why four parents came to a place called British Guyana to work on the sugar plantations. So it is the single and oldest continuous industry in Guyana, and it is hemorrhaging. The government cannot afford to keep on bailing it out. There has to be change. The very nature of the change is something that is still to be decided. But the model that we inherited and we have used, the plantation model that we've used for 3.5 centuries, has failed.
President Granger went on to state that his government has a modern model for Guysuco.
We are now looking at a modern model because we want to protect the livelihoods of the working people, and we feel that the industry, there's some parts of the industry which could be made profitable. But when you look at the cost of the Skeldon factory, when we look at the closures which have taken place, even under the previous administration, we have come to the conclusion that there's got to be major change, and that change has to happen in 2016.
A recent report in Parliament tabled Guysuco's dire financial situation. It cited an unaccumulated deficit of $41 billion at the end of the year and a loss of $1.9 billion, which included the state subvention of $12 billion. According to its consolidated statement, Guysuco saw a revenue of $21.4 billion for last year, but the cost of its sales were $35 billion, which left a gross loss of $13.6 billion. The gross loss in 2014 was $18.8 billion as a result of revenue at $23.1 billion and a cost sale of $41.9 billion. Its operating loss for 2015 following its subvention was $902 million compared to $19.3 billion for 2014. Other expenses pushed the loss for 2015 to $1.9 billion compared to 2014. The changes government will be bringing to the table will see drastic reform intended to save the already dying sugar industry. Andrew Wicks reporting for Safe TV2.